Welcome back, agents, to another episode of Prime Tips. Hey, this time we're talking a second time about ornaments. We've talked about them before, but we didn't have a whole lot of different type of ornaments to talk about at that time. We had the one ornament that we looked at on the scanner that was what a lot of times they called volatile scanning portals. They're not real volatile. They didn't change a whole lot, but that was an indication that if you scan this portal, it's going to be worth more towards your portal scanning metal. And so those move around a little bit, so that's kind of why they call them volatile. But we didn't have a lot of different types of ornaments to look at that time. We now have a chance to show you some different ornaments in action. So I figured we'd re-look at ornaments and some of the different ornaments that you might see. So if we go back and look at some of the ornaments that were out there for anomalies, and specifically this was an example from the Chicago anomaly in 2019, they used ornamentation on portals for different things. So it's Niantic, N-I-A, that puts the ornamentation on the portals to give you an idea of what that particular portal is being used for. So in this particular one, we had resistance nodes, res nodes, or enlightened nodes, ENL nodes, that were used for a couple of different things. Specifically, if I remember right, this one was mostly used for the link snake portion of the anomaly. So during one of the phases was a competition where you would start from one of these nodes and then you would make connections to different portals, and it would be a single line going from portal to portal to portal. And the more portals that you had connected at the checkpoint time, and of course it had to be connected to one of these nodes, the more points you scored for your faction. Those might have been used for other things as well. The volatile portals, again, taking different checkpoint scores and who has control of what portals at those checkpoints. The volatile ones would be worth more. So, and those being volatile, they may move, or they may not be there every round. Artifact was another ornament that was out there. That particular anomaly, we had artifacts that we were dealing with, and that gave us an indication that they were there. So now we have an example of ornamentation that's on the map right now. So let's take a look at that. Okay, agents, we have some ornaments popping up on the map, so I figured it's a great time to be talking about ornaments and how they look on the map. So I am on a desktop version of IITC. I'm using the default layer of the map because that black background really makes these show up, and so you can see what's going on. Now you'll notice that we have a number of portals that are both resistant and enlightened, and you notice that one of them has a kind of an orange circle around it. That's the one that I am looking at. So if I were to tell it I wanted to look at that particular one, that tells me which one it's on. So it kind of has kind of a purple ornament that goes around the outside of it. Now you'll see ornaments pretty much all the time now because of portal scanning, and they ornament those with yellow. But what you won't see all the time are the ornaments that are purple. Of course, you've got this one here that tells you where you're at. But during special events, they may ornament special portals for special things. In this case, we're thinking that the ornaments that we're seeing on the map right now are the ornaments that will show up for the Phase 2 Kureze Effect battles on February 19th, 2022. So you'll notice that we've got some that have green in the middle. That tells us that it is an enlightened. We got blue in the middle. That's a blue. Then we've got a few of these that have red in the middle, and that can be an indication that we're looking at an ornamented portal. So what you need to do to see the ornamented portals is in IITC, go up to your layer and come down and find ornaments and turn them on, and you'll see that things look different. So we have a number of portals that have the yellow ornament with the lines on the outside, that is an indication that that's a portal that if you do a portal scan, it's going to count for more towards your portal scans instead of just any other one. Then you have these that have the bigger purple circle around the outside. Those are the ones that we're really looking for right now. We're thinking that that's an indication that that particular portal and its mates here are going to be the portals that are going to be used in the Kureze Phase 2 battle beacon, and at a certain time, NIA or Niantic is going to deploy a battle beacon on that particular portal, or all the ones that are highlighted there, or ornamented, excuse me, and the battle will ensue, and then you would get more points for your faction depending upon if you win or lose, and also those would help you to go towards your Kureze Effect medal if you could get 10 of them. So getting those ornaments on, just got to turn on the layer and go to Ornaments, and they'll pop on. Now, some of them, it depends upon the view that you have. So if you're really zoomed out, you may not see them. You may have to zoom in a little bit more to see them. So let's look at, I know there's an area right here that there's some ornaments. So I'm going to give this a little bit of time to load in. And some of the tricks that you can do is you can actually zoom in or zoom out on your browser. And you see we've got an ornament that popped up in Indianapolis. And I know in this case there's one there. And it's kind of covered, but I see that there's a bunch of them that show up in Champaign, Bloomington, Illinois. So if I zoom in Champaign, you notice that the ornaments stay on, and then I get a good view before it loads all the other portals is where are these ornaments and what are they? And there's, I think, 9 of them there. So it looks like it'd be a good place to go to Battle Beacon Battle on the 19th. So that's the basics on ornaments. You might see different ornaments for different things. They use them a lot for anomalies, which we're hoping that when COVID is over, that we're going to see more anomalies. There you have it. Ornamentation on different portals used for different things. So I'm hoping that you get out in the field and you get to see some ornaments in person. So long.